Hello, this is a collaboration with Julia's Crafty Chaos. A while ago, Julia treated me to this fantastic frog. Thank you so much, Julia. It's one of the pouring your heart out frogs, and you can probably see it's a little bit mucky here and there because I have used it rather a lot. Now, I've got some of these fabric leaves. These were just off Amazon. I'll put you the link for that down in the video description. Now, Julia is going to be doing a frog as well, but I've no idea what she's doing with it. So, we may end up with two similar frogs, we may end up with two different frogs. We shall see. Now, the resin I'm mixing up here is Apex Deep Cast and 300. I can't honestly remember how much this frog takes, so I might be mixing up too much or too little. Not entirely sure, but we shall see. And here we go. So, what we're going to do, we're going to get this mixed up. You see it goes cloudy. That's deep pour. The reason I'm using deep pour is because I happen to have it open. And also this is quite chunky. And as I've got a bit of time to play with, I know this will take a couple of days to cure, even though it's warm here at the moment. But it will, because it's runnier and takes that bit longer to cure, it will degas even better. And as I'm putting things in it as a fabric, so might trap bubbles, I thought that might be a good plan. And as soon as this has gone clear, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So first of all, we're just going to put a bit in the frog, so we've got a good puddle of it in the bottom. And then we're going to get these leaves out, and we're going to dunk each one in the resin to give it a good soak first, and then we're going to plonk it in the frog. They're pretty nice. I think there's some sort of printed fabric. Now I'm hoping the colour won't come all out of them. If it does, well, it'll just stain the whole thing all to me, which kind of is the theme of my frog anyway, so wouldn't be the end of the world. Some sort of, I mean, they're only cheap things, but these are all different colours. So we're going to dunk them in our pot. This is going to get messy, isn't it? Come on, come apart. It's also difficult with gloves on. There's a lot in each bag. See, I've got them 2 or 3 thick there, I think, still. Oh, here we are. So they're actually very thin. You could leave them a couple of layers thick. But I thought, as they're very thin and flimsy, we could dunk them like so. We are going to have an autumn frog, aren't we? I'm going to layer them up, and I am going to put glitter behind it just in case. You know what? Just in case it shows through. I should have separated these first, really, shouldn't I? That would have been easier. Don't usually like dunking things in resin. But hey, this is actually quite fun. I'm pressing them down onto the surface. Hopefully, because they're going soggy, they'll kind of stay in place. So that's our 3 red ones. I'm not going to need so many of the others, so I might take my gloves off and do the rest. That's the red ones. And we want a couple of other colours, don't we? Right, let me take my gloves off. I'll get a fresh pair out. That's a bit wasteful, isn't it? But it is what it is. It separates them out. It's the first time I've used these, so this is all a bit of a learning curve. In my head, the frog was even bigger than this and the leaves were a bit smaller. There we go, we've got a few separated. Ah, that's the easy way to do it. Slide them. If you slide them. Get any of these, that's how you do it. Right, gloves. Actually, I'm going to try and keep one of my hands out the way so I don't waste gloves more than I need to. Right, you can see there's bubbles coming up there already. I'm not going to get them right down into his legs, am I? Because they are quite big, so I think that's where that's going to be where the glitter comes in. I might have to put something on the back to stop the leaves escaping as well, I don't know. We shall see. But I think that's going to be about it. Unless I cut some bits of leaves. Could do bits of leaves, couldn't I? Bits of leaves. Oh, I didn't dunk that one. Ooh, better make sure he's pressed down well. That will mean sacrificing another glove. Let's do bits of leaves. Let's have another bright orange. If that works, get another glove coming up. Really should have planned this better, shouldn't I? Julia, I bet yours is planned a lot better than mine. Now, as this is a 2-girl collaboration, words are hard. Yes, as this is a collaboration, then of course at the end of this video you will find a really helpful link to Julia's video. So this is one of the Challenge Tracy series, and I've been challenged to some things that are way outside my comfort zone recently, so thank you very much to Julia for picking something that was well within my comfort zone. That being resin. But it's being fun. I've actually enjoyed tackling things that was stuff I hadn't done before. That watercolour thing, that's really got to me. I've been and bought a new palette today. So, Guts Creations, thank you again for inspiring me to have a go at watercolours after all those years. Now, I'm not going to be able to get into his arms, I don't think. So I'm just going to layer these up a little bit around the sides wherever there's gaps. So it's arms. They are arms. Did you know that? Although the bits of frogs have got proper names, the colloquially accepted, is my English working there, way is actually legs and feet. But they're not paws, are they? And they're not claws. Some frogs have got claws at the front. Right, the rest of this I'm going to pour some glitter into. I'm going to end up with another glove, aren't I? I'm going to keep one-handed because I've wasted enough gloves as it is. This glitter is from Create and Bloom, and just look at it. Is that the one I want to use? That's called Lethal, and that's called Look But Don't Touch. I think we'll go for Lethal because that's got more gold in it. I will tip these into some little pots later, and I'm going to put a load in here because I'm going to find some other moulds to put this in as well, because I reckon I've made way too much. So I'm going to pack it absolutely full of glitter, and like I said, I'll go and see if I can find a few other moulds to put the remainder in if I've got too much. So I wanted this to be autumnal, but of course these colours are quite Halloweenish as well, don't you think? This one definitely is. And we're going to pour that down the centre. Hope the leaves don't float too much. Please don't float too much, leaves. If they do, I hope the glitter knocks them back down. We'll see what happens. Guess, wasn't it? That was 450 millilitres, if anybody's interested. I think it's millilitres. It's whatever the measurements are on the side of my pot. Might need just a slight drip more. But I hope those leaves will stay down. Having soaked them quite thoroughly, I am hopeful. Well, that's it, folks. We'll see what happens. I'll be back for the demould in a couple of days, but in seconds for you. So I will see you over there. Of course, there will be links for everything that I'm using down in the video description below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do, because I do all sorts of daft things and collaborations, and it's not always just resin, although often it is. So have fun. Most of it's beginner friendly too. So have fun watching. And here we see the lesser striped cat plant. When we lose him, that's where he tends to be. In amongst my badly overgrown tubs that I'll be redoing once the garden's sorted, and eating the grass. Strange cat. Trouble is, if you can't see his white bits, no, he disappears if you can't see his white bits. His camouflage is really quite good other than the white bits. Ready to demould. Now, one thing you do notice with deep cast resins is that they shrink a little bit. So I could put another layer in the back, but I don't think I'm going to because I think it's fine as it is. You could top it up if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. It's a big chunky mould anyway. So don't forget, while I'm demoulding this, Julia's video, if you're watching this on the live premieres, will be up straight after. There will be a link in the chat to it, as well as in the video description and at the end of this video. So yes, go watch. Julia's work's lovely. And I'm trying to peel this off. Thank you all so much for subscribing, for the likes and the comments. I get so many likes and comments. It really helps my channel more than you probably realise, so I do appreciate that and all your watching very much indeed. Memberships are open still, by the way, in case anybody would like to go a step further. Right, let us peel these away, and here we go. I usually find this mould is easiest if we turn it over, grab hold of a leg. And then this bit, get his bum out first, basically, is what I'm finding easiest. Could be wrong, which just seems to be working for me. If anybody knows an easier way, let me know. Oh, I don't know if I can see the leaves. They may have disappeared. I might have to have another try. I think what I should Oh no, they're there, I can see them. But I think if I did this again, I'd probably do it in 2 layers, get the leaves in and settled first, then when it's sort of like half dry, do the rest. But yes, you can just about see them. Oh, it's rather nice. And that glitter, oh, and that glitter has gone rather pink in this light. Isn't that nice? Oh, look at his face. Yes, you can see the leaves. I think I wanted to see them a bit more, but I think it's worked. So what I'm going to do is colour his eyes in, and I think I will be colouring them in gold. Let me find a gold pen. Here's one. So let's colour them in gold. I'll be putting in the pupil as well, in with a black marker. Don't know whether I'll need to colour over that with a coat of clear UV resin to make it extra shiny or not. I tend to find if the resin's really shiny, the marker pens go shiny, and because they're solvent based, that means I don't have to seal them in. There we are. So there's one eye. One thing I am noticing as I'm holding him, I have got some sharp edges on the back, so I will be getting a nail file around that later and just taking them back, because I think it's going to be too small and fiddly to get my big sander on the job. I'll just go, it's not too bad actually, so I'll just go around with a little nail file, just around these edges here. So, big thank you to Julia for the frog, first of all. Thank you to Julie Cuts at Pouring Your Heart Out for designing such a stunning frog as well. And of course I'll put your links for everything down in the video description. I think the frog is still only available, the mould is still only available in Australia, and it might be in Amazon US. I'll have a look wherever I can find a link for it. It could be that Julie's still stocking up, I'm not sure. But as soon as I've got links for it, I will pop them in the video description for you, because it is one hell of a mould. And it's not actually stupid expensive either, considering it's a designer one. And it's a really nice quality mould. The silicone feels nice, it's very shiny and it's very sturdy. There we are. We're just going to put the black into the centre of his eye, which I should probably just be doing with a black brush tip alcohol marker. These pens, they dry really quickly, the gold does, so yeah, give it a little bit longer. And there we are. I'm just going to take him outside because we have got a little bit of sun going on out there today, and we'll get some photos of all the sparkle. Right, thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget the link to Julia's video is coming up there. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. Just watching my videos and commenting and liking and all that stuff. I know it's free, but goodness me, it makes an awful lot of difference to help me and my channel to grow. So I appreciate you all very much. Take care. See you for the next one.
Julia came by with a gift in her hand, a silicone mold. She said, ain't it grand? We cleared off the table, set out the supplies, the resin, the color,